About a piece of junk car I used to have. Like many of you in college and high school, also had junk cars. My car was a 1987 Chevy Nova. I found out I was going to be in trouble because I found out that Nova literally means no-go in Spanish. That was an excellent description of my car. That one time I tried to take it up a local hill. The best I could do up this hill with the accelerator floored was 20 miles an hour. Next time I tried the hill, I had two people in the back seat, and up the hill they leaned out the window and blew as hard as they could, and I doubled my speed going up the hill. I looked all over this car for a control to make it go faster or give it more power. I couldn't find any. I thought maybe I forgot to stick the giant key in and wind the engine. To start this car, you didn't stick the key in and turn it. You pop the hood and yank the cord 5 times. Of course, there are advantages to having a weak car. Whenever it would break down, I would borrow a neighbor's kid's Power Wheels and tow it home. Or I'd throw it in someone's trunk and have them drive it home for me. Actually, I needed 2 of these cars, 1 for each shoe. One time I was shopping at the mall. I wanted to go home after shopping. I couldn't find it. Finally, I found it under a large SUV. That crazy guy had parked on top of my car. This is one of those large SUVs where the people needed a ladder to climb up into the SUV. And they also need oxygen tanks because the air is rather thin up there. I noticed every time I filled my Chevy Nova with gas, it doubled in value. And when the commercials for this car aired back in 1987, they forgot to mention batteries not included. One time I had my car on blocks, then it was more like a ghetto car. I opened the hood, and there was 4 squirrels jogging in exercise wheels. I shifted it into reverse, and they jogged the other direction. For a while I wanted to install 2 squirrels more for passing power. How it would work is I'd have a chute coming out of the dash, and when I wanted to pass, I'd pour squirrel feed down the chute, and the passing squirrels would eat it and jog in their wheels until I finished passing. Then they would quit jogging in their wheels, and the 4 squirrels would continue. When it started breaking down a lot more, I was trying to decide creative ways to get rid of it. I had considered entering it in a demolition derby, but then my car would be destroyed, and how would I get to work? I could also take it to France and leave it on one of the streets in a major city, and the rioting youth would take care of the rest for me. I could leave it on a military firing range the same day they're doing tank practice or shell practice. I could give it to the fire department, and they could practice putting out car fires with it. One time I did try to get rid of it. I left it in a darkened parking lot with the keys in the ignition. I came back the next morning. I was disappointed. The car was still there. There was a sign taped to it that said, "No thanks." And the back seat was filled with Muzak tapes. Actually, I did sell it to this couple. They were going to let their son learn how to drive on it, which is a good thing. Because if he's tempted to drag race with it, But the only thing he can challenge with it would be a motor scooter. Goodbye for now.